What's up, everyone? What's up, my favorite people?
Gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore.
Sorry. All right, that started out real good, huh? All right, what's up, my favorite people? What's up, Michigan? Well, what's up, David? Craig will be on here in a minute. All right. I don't know if you guys were on earlier. Me and Craig were on this morning. You guys go to Scott McKay and Christopher James. There's about a hour video talking about when you're born, they make you a corporation. So basically, a few of us are going to get together and we're going to make a plan on what we need to talk about. So we're going in one direction and not 100 directions. I need to do this for myself because, well, I think we all need to do it. That way we can stay focused on one thing instead of learning a little bit about this, a little bit about that, a little bit about this. I think it kind of takes our focus off everything. So we all need to come up with a plan. You guys in the chat, all of us, and we start taking our cities back, our schools back, our country back. So we'll figure that out soon.
Uh-oh, are we live? Oh, I wasn't even dressed.
Why not?
Sorry. You called me to Zoom meeting? Thanks, Jeff. Sorry to me, mother. Oh yeah, Opera Boy is officially gone.
Yeah.
Him up.
Froze up for a second. Yeah, you keep freezing up for some reason.
Oh man. Opera Boy is officially gone. I'm unstable.
Yeah, you gotta get out of YouTube. Good?
Oh yeah.
I think you're on YouTube. It's back feeding.
Oh, on the phone, you mean?
Yeah.
Preach called me Dave. Hey Dave. Hey Margaret. And who else ever is out there? How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Trying to watch a few videos, trying to figure some stuff out. Just takes time, you know. Everything takes time.
There's so much stuff out there. That's the problem. There's too much information.
We got to dial it in on a certain thing.
Yep. I was just watching Rand Paul, talking with Fauci about all these, how they've been taking these diseases and ramping them up to affect humans. And I'm waiting for all that to come out, because if you remember, before the pandemic started, they arrested that guy from Harvard who was sharing diseases. So I might be cutting out, I'm sorry, but we haven't heard anything about that. So
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You watch the media. It goes everywhere. Google's lying to you. History's been lying to you. We've been lied to our whole life, so now we don't even know what to think. Now we got division. I don't know.
well, just think about, I mean, it's perfect what they've done, programming, and I don't know when or what happened, when it changed, but you remember back in the day when you were a kid and the TV would go first, it would be the national anthem, and then the TV would go off at nighttime and you'd have the colored screen. It wasn't 24/7. So, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Even, now we almost get too much.
Everything be shut down on Sunday. The South was kind of like that. Everything shut down on Sunday.
Steve said MD finally did away with masks starting today. So
well,
that's a good thing.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a distraction. I think we're being distracted. We're being set up. Remember, they're not doing this for our good. They got an agenda and they're working a plan. So we just need to pay attention what's going on. So just my opinion. We'll see. I think Michigan did away with the mandate. Well, I think if you took the vacation, I don't think you have to wear a mask. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. But pretty soon, what's going to happen is, all right, well, you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. Well, how do you know if someone's vaccinated? You think people are going to take your word for it? No.
Think about how easy it is to get fake everything. You can get fake IDs, fake pass. That's all they're going to do. Get a fake card.
Well, I don't think that'll work. They know they would do that, and they come up with the Luciferian. You know about that?
Yeah, the tracker. Yeah, the implant
makes you glow. And they put that right in there. Trying to find out. Well, I already know that vacations never worked in the history of vacations, but I just got to. I think Dr. Judy Mikowicz said something about that.
Well, look at the sports players that were just tested. They had the vacation and they still tested positive, and they're like, "Oh, well, they were asymptomatic." Well, they're athletes. Maybe.
Well, I think we all
you
have
know how this test goes.
We all have the 2019 minutes. And I think well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not even going to talk about it. There's no sense of talking about this stuff anymore because, for one, I'm not a doctor. So we're wasting our time talking about things like this. And that's, I think, a big problem. We need to focus on something that's going to move us forward. And all this, that stuff don't matter. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. That don't matter. What we need to do is we need to figure out a way to get them out of office. That's what we need to do right now. We need to get them out of office. Stop talking about all this other bull crap, in my opinion. And we need to figure out how to get them out of office, because if they're not in office, then they can't make laws, which they can't really anyway. But we don't understand. We're ignorant. I'm ignorant, and I don't understand how stuff works. So
I'm not going to listen to them.
Like I said, Scott McKay and Christopher James, maybe 2 days ago, about an hour long. I don't want to put that on here because I could put, actually, what I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna try to put stuff on Jeff Riddle 2. So what I'll do is I'll try to put all my information on Jeff Riddle 2. And then if they take that down, there's no one on there anyway. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So we'll see how that works. But once I'm a little technical, you know, I'm a little slow.
Steve's got a great point. Coronavirus, it exists naturally in nature, so everybody's probably got it. Think about how long we've been hearing about coronavirus, just in general.
Yeah, Steve, that's spot on, brother. That's it, man. That's it. That's why, and the tests were fake, and they were the guy that made the PCR test. They killed him, and he wanted to debate Fraudsy, and Fraudsy's like, no. So Fraudsy was. Let's see, I got to be careful.
Focy, I call him Focy.
So Jeff Riddle 2, right? And then my big channel's still up, but let's Jeff Riddle 2. And then if one other channel goes down, I'll make a 3. But Jeff Riddle 2, I think I got 2 subscribers. I'm gonna try to put all my information on there. But better yet, follow me on Telegram. Then that solves all the problems. I put a lot of information on there. Lady sent me some information on a doctor about the transhumanism, what it does when you take the vaccine, vaccination.
And that's on the Riddler 1, correct? On Telegram, the Riddler 1.
Yeah.
That's how you find them.
All kinds of stuff on there.
Oh, Margaret asked a good question. How is Gretchen still in office, Jeff? How?
That's an easy question. And if you go to Scott McKay and Christopher James, they explain that. So basically what happens is when you're born, they make you a corporation. So now a person is considered a corporation. So, and of course, Christopher James explains this quite a bit better than I do. And then another guy that I told you to go to earlier explains it real good too. I'll put his name in there. So they're in there because they're all in bed together. Right? So let me give you an example of what's happening. The cops are crooked and they're not doing what they need to do because they're all in bed together. So say I go to court, but I hire a lawyer. So the lawyer represents me to the court. So if I go in with a lawyer, I am already a corporation. So when I was born, they made me a corporation by my birth certificate. So, and that's in all capital letters. Now, if you look at your birth certificate, matter of fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if Michelle will get my birth certificate for me. Hey, Michelle.
Shabal just dropped a new video, so please go look at Mental Health Militia News and holla at Shabal. Dave Matt, he survived Home Depot. He had to go to Home Depot today, and apparently they sold him materials and didn't kick him out of the store like happens to him all the time. But I'm suspicious. I don't know if it's because of the mandate or if it's just because of it's Dave Matt. So no, I love you, Dave. I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk down on you. You're my brother in Christ, and you help me when I want to kill the cashier at Tractor Supply. So, but yeah. Hey, you're back. Can I have some of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We gotta stay hydrated.
I just wanted a little sip, so you gotta, ease up on that.
All right, so Michelle found that for me, which is good. Yeah, so basically we're a corporation from birth. All right, now I'm going to show you this. Thank you. I'm going to show you this. Now, everything you have, your driver, pull something out, Craig. Pull out anything you want. Credit card, you name
I don't
it.
even,
Well,
I
it
don't have my
matter.
wallet on me.
It don't matter. I got everything right here. Well,
right,
everyone can do this at home. Pull out your driver's license, all capitals. Pull out your social security card, all capitals. Go get a bill from your utility company, all capitals. The government and the banks can only deal with a corporation that are in all capital letters. So if you go to court and they say, hey, your name's on that, right? And if it's in all capital letters, no, that's not my name. That's not me. That's my birth certificate. That's a corporation. So that's how they deal with you legally. They're not dealing with you lawfully. They're dealing with you legally. Now, like I said, I might be screwing this up. So go check out Scott McKay and Christopher James. Go check them out. He explains it very well. But I'm going to prove to you, and I haven't looked this up yet. I was going to do it earlier, and I forgot. But we're going to do it live right here. So this is my birth certificate. I haven't looked at my passport yet, but I can almost guarantee you it's in all capital letters. But we'll find out here in a second. So let's see. This is my passport.
So is your house. Think about your house, your mortgage when you're listed.
Everything.
Everything is on, yeah.
All right. Well, that's
Jeff
Michelle.
Riddle, Edux.
So
I'm posting that number again.
let's see here. And that's how they get you from day one. You're a slave from day one. How does that make you feel? All this stuff needs to be brought out.
Makes sense for as hard as we work and as little money as we're able to keep.
Man,
It's
would
in
you
and
look-
out.
Would you look at that?
Was it?
All capital
Yep,
letters.
all caps.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. Now we're learning, and now we're moving the line forward. We don't need to talk about this. We already know about it. That stuff's already gone. The tunnels, done with. We that's beating up a dead horse. All right, so now birth certificate. This might not be a birth certificate. This might be my DD 214, which let's look at that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be darned. Look at that, all capitals. Anything you pull out is going to be all capitals. All right, so
You're right.
birth certificate. That 4-minute video. Hopefully, some of y'all watched it. So that's going to blow your mind. All right, here's my birth certificate. Now this ain't the original. They might tell you it's the original, but it's not the original. Well, it's stamped, sir. No,
Mine's
original
really
would
yellow.
would have a list of banks on
Oh,
the
no,
back.
no, no. The original is kept. You're right.
Right.
You know,
It would have
I heard-
have a list of.
I heard the original is kept in Venice. Am I wrong? Because it's a city over water. Maybe that's just, I don't know.
Well, yeah. So law. Now this is hard to look up. I tried it very good, and like I said, I'm not very good at looking stuff up. But law. So I guess the L means land. A means maybe admiral or admiralty or something. And then W might be water. Try to look it up. I don't know.
I thought
right,
it was
so-
law, air, water. I mean, land, air, water.
So now when common law is simple. Don't hurt me, I don't hurt you. Don't steal from me, I don't steal for you. Don't kill me, I don't kill you. Common law. We're not in common law. We're in corporation law, or maybe not corporation law, but I can't think right now.
Oh, what about the straw man? Margaret's saying, does it have to do
Yeah.
anything with the straw man she read about a
Yeah.
while back?
Okay,
And Shepard brings up your birth cert. Oh, sorry. You there? Oh, maybe I
Yeah.
froze.
yeah,
did I
you're
freeze?
breaking up.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
all
buddy.
right.
I live in the woods.
All right, so all right, so go back to the birth certificate. certificate of live birth. This ain't the real one. It's all fake, fraud, whatever. All right, so when it says you got your father, and then you got a informant. Well, who's the informant? Kind of weird, huh? So, informant would be your mother. So she's informing whoever that she's about to have another forget what the word the guy said. But you guys can look all this up. This is all right. So now well, that's not really the case on this one. They're not all capitals, but it's mixed, which is another thing they talk about in that video. So your father is labeled under your father, and for your mother, they don't say mother; it says informant. You ever wonder why that was?
Why?
Well,
What the heck is that?
watch the video and they'll tell you.
Good grief. All right, where's that video? Give me or is it a link? Did you put a link?
No, I didn't put a link on there. His name is look this up.
All right, I'm ready. You should have.
I'm
Put it
gonna
on
put
a
it,
Sharpie.
I'm gonna put it in the thing.
Where's the Sharpie? Where's the Sharpie? By the way, there's a seafood platter waiting for me, but I'm gonna
All
let
right,
it wait
there you go.
because I love you.
Look that guy up.
Oh, Bio. Okay, I had the wrong one. Win. That's Win. He's Vietnamese.
I don't know. He's a big guy for Vietnamese.
Oh, okay. No, it's NQUYEN. All right, sorry.
Or NQ or NG, one of them.
Oh, it's well, okay.
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure that one out.
I ain't gonna make everything easy on you.
Thank you. Hey, put a capital F on that Friday, Jeff.
All right, so there's a few things, but you guys, I'll bill you again. We'll be in all caps. The banks and all that.
Hi, guys.
I deal with you.
Hey, Shep.
What's up, Shepard?
Hey, Shepard.
Hi.
Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
Shep's got good info on this, Jeff. I had to call in backup. But look, this goes back to what you're reading right now, Shep, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So when you're born, your birth certificate gets I gotta find the part. Your birth certificate gets filed with the New York Stock Exchange, and you become a asset of the corporation. Is what happens.
Common stock and preferred stock.
It doesn't go into that in much detail, but the words that we use today come from, first off, the Roman laws, and then that became the British laws. And so the word birth is our birth certificate, but it also is a birth in the water.
From your mother.
So that's where it comes from. And the docket, when you go to court, is like a doc. And your doctor
Yep.
gave you birth.
Yep.
And so all those words we still use today. And here's some more. Where is the bank? You'd point me to the nearest city bank down the street. But it's also controlled by currents or currency. So currents and currency is the same. And it also by the flowing of water, which is money. So the words
Wow.
we use today that have the word ship all are from the same maritime law,
Yep.
which would be apprenticeship, censorship, citizenship, all the words we use, partnership, relationship, even worship. So,
Gosh.
yeah, it goes back to let's see, the first Bank of Philadelphia of the United States was in the late 1700s is when it started. And even after the Revolutionary War, the King of England still received gold and silver and had rights to the country because of a treaty that they made in Virginia in the 1600s. So, but yeah, everything, all of our birth certificates were exchanged on the stock market. I don't understand how they bet on us, but I think it comes from what I understand, it comes from where we were born, what they are, they're betting on our lives, I guess, and where life will take us based on who we are. I don't know how else it would work.
Now,
How
I
do they make
also-
money on our birth certificates?
Yeah.
I believe they there's a money
But they
set
do.
aside from when we're born that pays for all our future debt. So you already paid your house off. Every time you sign a signature, that loan's already been paid off. They're double dipping. And then you add interest on that and you know, you get that. Taxes are illegal. That's all going away. Once we go to this common law, that's it. We're in a legal matrix, I guess, right? And it only works
Yeah.
if we consent. So when you go to the court, next time you get a ticket and you go in front of the judge, say, the judge is a banker. He sits on the bench, which if you translate bench to in Latin, it becomes bank. He sits on the bank. He's a banker. So
Yep.
this has to stop. And we're ignorant. I'm ignorant. I don't know about it. So I don't know how to fight it. But guess what? I just learned something last night and I'm going to fight it. And I'm going to let all of us know and we're going to fight together. That's how we win this thing.
Carol even brings it up. Venice is a PROW, PROW, as it's on the water. So watch the water, she says.
Huh.
Personally.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So
you
I
can
guess
think
what's
about-
happened, so Jeff, I've been looking for my birth certificate and it's just piles in paper somewhere. So if you could look at yours and see if there's a number at the top or at the bottom. I don't know how many digits it is, but that's the number that was entered as your registration or something into the stock market. And there is a way to look that up to find out how much money you are entitled to.
Yeah. I think your social security card is the same way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the book that I have, this book says social security number.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that your birth certificate has the number on it as well, a different number.
Yeah. This is, they say it's real, but no, it's fake.
No, and that's a modern copy too. Like the one I got is old and yellow and it's very small, but it
Well,
doesn't look like
It's
the
still not the
original.
original. If it was the
It
original,
isn't.
they'd have banks on the back of it
Yeah.
that bet against you or for
No.
you, however you want to say it.
What I got is definitely a copy and small, like they shrunk it.
Because if you got the
I
original,
want my
then you got the
mother
power.
and my grandmother's money back.
Right.
That's what I want to.
Right.
They worked really hard. They
I
worked
want
harder than I
everything.
ever have.
Amen. Amen. You're right about that.
Yeah, it's all
They worked
interesting.
hard for what we all have, as you know, my family. So,
Well, think about this. Back when Shep, back to those times you were reading in that book, people didn't have this internet. We weren't able to communicate with each other like we are now. And that's how this time is going to be different.
But you know how they
Mhm.
did? You know how they did communicate? They went to bars and they went to restaurants and they went to pubs. That's how they talked.
Mhm.
That's why they shut us down when all this happened. They didn't want us going and talking. That's how the Marines were. I believe that's how the Marines come about. I believe. So it's all simple. It's all simple. It's that simple.
so that is part of Nasara, from what I understand, is that the money that they were never entitled to will go back to all the people that were stolen from since the time of their birth. And then will be people that don't get much or don't get anything. So it's up to us to help those people heal, get back on track, start up. I mean, we're going to have a lot of money,
Yeah.
more money than I can ever. It's so much money that doesn't even mean anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
means that we can help other people.
That's good.
It's
That's
so
the way
much
it should
money
be.
that I could buy any car. I could buy a dozen of them and it doesn't matter.
And the
You know, it
numbers
makes you
Shane
really
was,
think about what's important.
yeah, what Shane was talking with the numbers of what was taken out of some tunnels over, you know,
Mhm.
that's a lot of money. I mean, I never heard a number like that.
I know, me either.
Sounds like something out of Austin Powers, that number, you know,
Yeah, makes me sick.
ridiculous amount.
It's yeah. Everybody in the
Just
world's going
think
to hit the
about every-
lottery. It's very strange, but if that happens, I hope we're all still alive to watch it happen. And I truly believe I've been put right here in this spot on this earth for this time. I really do.
Yeah.
I just feel it in myself. I
I gotta-
mean,
Amen.
the
Same.
last 4 years leading up to where I'm at right now, when I look back on it,
Yes.
it all fell into place exactly the way it's supposed to. So
It's crazy, Shep.
I want it to
know exactly
happen.
what you're saying. She's right. It's something dude, I say this is bigger than all of us. Way bigger than all of us. We're little tiny ants working for the big mound. Oh, I
Mhm.
froze. So sorry, I froze up for a sec.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know how much longer that the United States will just take it. Just take it. I mean, the rest of the world seems to be waking up faster than we are. I mean, we're just taking it.
Well,
I was at Ace. I had to go to Ace Hardware.
We're already
James
awake,
isn't
probably.
home and we needed a plunger. I had to go to Ace Hardware. So I felt like I went behind enemy lines because it was zombie land in there. I swear to God.
well, they've been,
So-
the rest of the world's been more oppressed than we have. We haven't really been this oppressed lately, and really our whole life. So this is new. This is new to us, and we don't know which way to go. We don't know what we're doing. They took us by surprise. That's why we need to get a plan. We need to focus on one thing, and we need to move forward. Enough of all this scattered brain bull crap. We need to focus on
Mhm.
one thing, and we need to move forward. Get them out of office first. Period.
Yeah.
Get the and this what Scott came up with, I think is huge. I went to Walmart today, which I don't like going there, but it's convenient and I ain't got a lot of time, so I went there. And when I go anywhere, and if I don't see someone wearing a diaper, I make it a point to thank them, and I yell at them and I say, hey, wave at them or whatever. Well, I seen this guy, as soon as we walk in, I seen this guy, older gentleman wearing a Trump hat, and he was sitting in a little Amigo, and I walked by him. I said, hey, man. He was kind of getting out of the Amigo. I said, hey, nice hat. He looks up at me, smiles, says, thanks, man. And he wasn't wearing a mask, and neither was I and the wife. And he says, I said, it'll be all right here in a minute, man. He said, yeah. He said, he'll be back in a second. And we were about 10 feet apart. And I walked back to him, and I said, yeah. I said, we're going to be all right, man. I said, thanks for not wearing a mask and all that or whatever. And then I stuck my hand out. I shook his hand. I gave him a hug right there in beginning of Walmart. And everyone's walking by us. And I'm kind of being loud on purpose,
Mhm.
saying, hey, nice hat and all this other stuff. And there was maybe 4 people in there without everyone else had diapers on. 4 of us that didn't.
Hey.
Unreal. Even outside, people had the diapers on.
Mm-mm-mm.
I have a old friend. She's a coworker of mine, and she lives in Virginia. And I talked to her yesterday for the first time in a while. And both her and her husband went and got the jab. And let's see, his age is a few years older than her, so he got a notice that he could get his, but she is under 65, so she still was not eligible or something to get it at the time. So she called him up and said, well, I'm 64 and a half. And they let her come down. Now she got the Pfizer because that's what her husband, I don't know. And he got the Moderna. They got two different ones.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is, she said, well, we took it because, we figure we only have 20 or 30 years left anyway. And so might as well be a little bit more protected. But now they're saying we might need a third booster and that it's just seasonal. She goes, I don't know if I'll get it again. I've never had one before. And I'm thinking, why in the world? She's healthy. She doesn't have any issues. Why would she, go get a vacation and not knowing all the facts? She's a very, very conservative person, but still a believer. And I found it very disturbing that she had to register with the state and let them know that they had their a lot.
What?
Wow.
Like a car.
We're all
or
registered
a
and
boat.
everything. That was in Virginia. So I thought, oh my goodness, are they going to be coming knocking on my door? They know who's gone on vacation and who hasn't. Oh my God.
Sounds good to me. I'm ready to get this thing over with.
Me
One way or
too.
another,
Me too.
you know?
Well, I feel horrible for the people that have to work in these stores and have to wear these diapers for 8 to 12 hours a day. That's where the harm is being done.
Well,
Sorry, I
once
may have
again-
frozen, but that's where the harm's being done.
once
Wearing
again,
those
it's
masks
a
for 12
choice.
hours.
Understanding.
So I actually have heard of now someone who passed away from it, not the vacation, but working too hard, I guess. But he was only 52 and he had no underlying conditions. And his sons, both his sons in their early 20s had it, came home with it, gave it to him, and he dies at 52 out of the blue. First time I've heard of that one. I don't know. That was just like yesterday, 2 days ago, that this happened. And it makes me wonder, I wonder if the man worked in an area where he had to wear this diaper and that causes the oxygen levels to go down to begin with. And the reason why his family said that he passed was that his brain was not getting enough oxygen. And so his brain died. And that's why he passed. They took him off life support. Wow.
And think about it, in 1918, the Spanish flu, one of the biggest harms done was people getting pneumonia from wearing facial coverings. That's
I said to
documented.
my
You know, we
daughter,
just-
did he have pneumonia? She's like, no, getting all mad at me, because I'm always questioning,
Yeah.
because you don't die of just that.
No.
Yep.
No.
But it was nice to hear her say that it's her feeling. My daughter's 23. She'll be 24 very soon here, a couple weeks. She said that it's her feeling that we will not have to deal with this in about a year from now. It'll all be gone. That's what always happens, she said. So it makes me think, well, maybe she's a little bit awake too, knowing that, it's always something always is going on. They always blow up things out of proportion. This This is just craziness. I say, well, if they don't do something quick, we're gonna be a communism country before you know it. That's what they're doing this so fast for.
Yeah.
Blink and then blink and the USA is gone. We're not gonna be here in 2024. Not at this rate.
No, they got to do this before 2022.
You know, on Jeff, I'm not sure if you were there, but I think Craig was on Ladies' Night with Liberty Warrior. And Sherry
Yes.
was talking that, what was it? The military is trying to get 80% of people getting to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
I heard that some posts won't let the soldiers off unless they had a vacation.
I did hear that
You
too.
can't go on leave if they haven't had the vacation.
Well, that's
I
the
did
whole
hear
thing.
that.
The number's already up there. The what they call herd immunity, that is already, and they're trying to deny it. So
See, I
Wow.
thought herd immunity is just the opposite, not getting the vacation, not going on vacation, but
Just-
actually being sick.
that's it. That's it. It's already in us,
Right.
so.
Well, I think everything's man-made, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I think everything's man-made. Everything.
I agree.
If this was so bad, we'd already be dead. Every one of us.
Hmm.
Or man enhanced. I would like to say man enhanced. That's what,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, reminds me of the transhumanism. You guys had just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just posted that doctor on here, Dr. Carrie, what's her name? Carrie Maddow. Anyway, she's on Rumble. She can't be
Okay,
on
I'll look
YouTube.
her up.
Yeah. Carrie Madej. I'm not sure how to say it.
Okay. Well, guys, it's a beautiful day here in Washington, so I'm gonna go garden and
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
get my
Thank you, Shep.
vibrations up, and hopefully, let's all pray that some type of start or resolution or something gives us hope.
Yeah.
I would like to see some hope. I do have patience. I do know that this is all in God's time, and I pray for all of us to be blessed during this time that we're going through.
Amen.
That's all we can do is just have patience.
Comfort each other.
Thank
And
God.
thank you
you
for
two.
reading to me.
That's all I have to say. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Feel sorry for people out there to watch us.
You make me, you make my day. I'm gonna go now so I can
So
laugh.
Shep, you
in
make
private.
mine. Go for it. Love you, Shep.
Hey,
Thank
hold
you.
on,
guys.
hold on, Shep. Hold
Yeah.
on a minute.
Wait, hold on, hold on.
I want to have you on sometime. Talk about our sobriety, stuff like that.
Sure, I'd love to.
Maybe we'll get a few more. There might be a few more people on chat that are sober.
I'm sure.
I think that's
Mhm.
huge, because people might be struggling and they don't know how to reach out. I never thought. I always thought I had a problem because I did have a problem, but I just kept on doing the dumb things. I didn't know there was a way out.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are like that. And if they see us, having just as much fun being sober, that was one of my main reasons I didn't want to get sober, is because if I get sober, I'm not going to have any fun.
I know the feeling.
And now
I was the life of the party.
More fun,
What
How
I
much-
found
how
out
much-
is I'm still the life of the party.
more fun, more fun.
Yeah, I have more fun now, and I'm sure you're the same way. I have more fun now than I've ever had in my whole life,
Hmm.
and I'm even crazier now that I'm sober than when I was drinking.
You're right.
I
Unfortunately,
found out who I am.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
bless you guys.
All right,
Love
thank
you.
you.
And let's do it.
Yep.
Jeff?
Yep, I put
Okay.
my email in there, in the
Oh,
chat. so
okay, I'll get it.
Awesome.
Okay, bye, you guys.
See ya.
See you, Shep.
Yeah, it's always great when she calls in.
I love
Always
Shep.
great when everyone
Gosh.
calls in, but
Yeah. But I love how she's reading that, and just I'm learning so much from her.
yeah,
It's
that was
unbelievable.
perfect. What she's reading, kind of the same thing that we're talking about now.
Is it? Like she said, and she put a time on it, 4 years. That goes right with my time. I'm sure that probably goes with your time because you looked about the same, shocked when she said it. People, God is at work. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Glad he watches over us.
Yeah, a lot of Carol's saying, well, you guys can read what she's saying,
What about?
but
Oh, yes, you just talked about that.
yeah, let's just read about it though.
Don't talk about it.
There's also a bath you guys can do. I bought all the ingredients in Florida. I just never did it. But here I don't have a bathtub, so maybe I'll have to do it in the sink or something.
Go get you like one of those bins from the Tractor Supply. A feed.
I'll
bin.
just maybe I'll get a little tiny pool or something. Go sit outside.
You might want to go with a bigger one, not the tiny one. You might want to go. medium
Well,
large.
I won't have to put that much water in it. I just put a little water in it. And
Actually, you just brought up a great point. What about a garbage can? Just a big garbage can.
like a dunk tank.
You'll save on the amount of water and material needed to do what you got to do. It's a good idea. Just make sure it doesn't fall over on you.
Like I could just jump off the porch right into it.
Yeah. Gosh, no, that's really actually a good idea. You get one of those big cans, and then once you're done with it, you can use it as garbage.
Trash.
So
Yeah.
because those ain't cheap. They're about 100 and something bucks. I don't know. Dave can tell us he went to Home Depot, or he's going. No, he went.
Yeah, it's all interesting stuff. So but it's all right there in front of us. And now we're finding out about it. And now we need to tell more people so more people are awake. That Facebook page I'm on, I asked if vacations have ever worked in the history of vacations. And 23 people said no. One of my buddies said yes. He said, "Don't be a dummy." So I'm from the research I've done, I'm pretty positive they've never worked in the history of vacations. Have never worked in the history of vacations. But I'm gonna have to go back, look up a few things. But I'm 99.9% sure that they've never worked.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Or they've given us false knowledge about all that stuff. Who knows if that's why I love when people say, you don't know what you're talking. You've been fed this crap,
Yeah.
You know what I say? So you believe we went to the moon in 1969. You're one of those, huh? You really believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's shocking how many people think that. Shocking. So
Yeah.
that's your first, that's the test. Ask them, go, hey, do you think we went to the moon? And if they say yes, go, okay, buddy. I don't know.
Yeah, I do that with a lot of things. All right.
Look at Dave yelling at me on the chat.
Brittany, I put it up in it's Dr. Carrie, Madej.
Yeah, do it on DuckDuckGo.
She's on
Go
Rumble.
DuckDuckGo. Don't use Google.
Yeah, she's on Rumble.
But I do think things are about to heat up, sir. I think we all need to pray. I think pray for our men and women. And just I think things are going to happen soon. So
let me show Brittany that what you need to look for in Rumble.
I think she said, okay, thanks a million. So she might have it.
Well, this is what you want to look for right here.
Wait, I looked up what we're doing. Man, I want to know what Chris is talking about here. I looked up what we're doing. First thing they said is you'll need college. Which is so true. We have to learn how to deliver the news so that we're just mindless and we just deliver the propaganda. That's how we have to do it. That's all they do. Think about communication schools, because I looked into that, and it's we're training the monkeys. Training
Yeah.
the monkeys.
Well,
Look at
all
the
right.
machine.
So you go to a doctor. What are they doing? They're training you how to how can I say this? It's like anything, like a lawyer, a cop. You're being trained by the deep state. Well, I went to nursing school. All right. So what? They taught you wrong. Well, I went to police academy. Yeah, they taught you wrong. I passed the bar. Yeah, they taught you wrong. Or
Mhm.
they might not taught you wrong. They taught you how they want you to act, because lawyers are all foreign entities. They are not on your side, people. When you go to court, go in there by yourself. You are not a corporation. You are a man or a woman. When you talk to a cop, he's going to ask, do you understand? You tell him, no, I don't understand. I do not stand underneath you. All this is consent, and we do not consent anymore. It's that simple. I am a man. Some people are women, whatever, but I am not a corporation. It's that simple. With anything. Judges, you only answer to one judge. Who's that, Craig?
Mine is Jesus Christ.
There you go.
That's
You
mine.
can't have two bosses.
Nope.
God is it. So a
That's
judge,
it. God is it.
well, the other one is a jury or your peers or a grand jury. That's the only two judges in a history. Well, three of them. But really, the ultimate judge is God. So that guy sitting in the black thing, why does he wear black? Because he's overseeing dead people, basically, right? He's overseeing. I'm not sure how I want to say that, but I believe that's why they wear black robes. I believe, but do your own research on that. Could be off on that, but
Think about the old wigs. I know there's a significance with that, with the wigs in the British system. But wait,
Dude.
Chef brings up this: Social Security numbers are issued at birth now, but when she was born, you didn't get one until you started working, till you went to the workforce.
yeah, before you went to work, you had to have a Social Security number, and that was look, all this is right in front of our face. Just like Shepard said, with all the words mean something. Lee said the other day, God bless. If you think about it, God be bless. We are saying this, and Satan's running the whole world. He's been doing it for a long time, and we're ignorant, and we just fall into this trap every single day. I give up my rights every single day. Every single day. You don't need a driver's license to drive. That's your God-given right. But they made you a corporation, and you went along with it. Yeah, they're going to throw you in jail. Yeah, you're going to have to fight. Absolutely. But guess what? If you don't fight, guess what's going to happen? We're here. This is what happens when you don't stand up and fight. This is real-time stuff right now. So, and if you're not going to stand up for yourself, at least stand up for your kids. Take the mask off. Period. Nobody, out of this whole year and a half, I've maybe had 3-4 people say something to me. Sometimes you walk out. Sometimes you just tell them, go fly a kite, keep walking. Certain places I won't go because of that. Menards is one of them.
Oh, you just said it right there. Another friend of ours had a problem there. Same
They're
place.
terrible. Costco, terrible. So guess what? Let's boycott them. That's how you get stuff done. Coca-Cola, boycott them. They're every. I think there's two people that own all the corporations. Well, two companies own 85% of all the corporations in the world. You don't really have a choice. Well, I'm not going to go to Lowe's because whatever. I'm not going to go to, or I'm going to go to Home Depot. Well, more likely they're owned by the same people. Look at Walgreens and CVS. I think they're owned by the same people. Coke and Pepsi probably owned by the same people. You don't have they got you every which way. Oh, I'm not going to vote. I'm going to vote Republican. I don't like Democrats. They're in bed together. You guys go watch that video of Scott McKay and Christopher James. He talks kind of quick, and I've already watched it 3 times, and I still don't really comprehend it. But I'm going to keep watching it. Like I told, I think I told you, Craig, when you want to talk about something, and this happens to me all the time. You guys can tell. When I don't know what I'm talking about, I stutter quite a bit, and I got to think for words how to say it. But if I know what I'm talking about, and I'm passionate, or I know what I'm talking about, then I just talk about it. Like Craig, you talk about hunting or whatever, everything flows out, and that's where I need to become more. I need to learn more about one certain thing, and then we can focus on that, and we can drive that home. Let's not talk about 15 different things. What happened today? What happened today? Well, every day something's going to change. Let's pick one thing. Let's focus on it. And I think the biggest thing is we need to get those people out of office. How do we do that? How have we become a slave all the time? Why do I got to go to work? And when I go to work, guess what? I'm not doing research. I'm not doing this. I'm not being with my family. I'm not doing all that. Do you think that's on accident? Why do we got to work till we're 65, 70? Work our whole lives, and they'll give you the crappiest 10 years of your life left? No, that's not working for me anymore. And if there's any young kids listening here, when you're 18, you should take off from 18 to 65. That's when you should take work off, and then work from 65 to 75 till you're dead. Give them the last crappy 10 years of your life. Don't give them the best 10 years. That's insane. We're giving up 10 or 40, 50 years to them, and we're not giving it up to ourselves. That's crazy. That's backwards. Oh, get a job where you can go work for 30 years. That's insane. That's what it was in the 70s when your parents said, well, you want to get a real good job. And no, that's wrong. In my opinion, that's wrong. Go and enjoy life. If you look at people from Europe, they take 6 months off a year. When the wife and I went to Thailand, I said that wrong. I like saying Thailand because it's funny and it reminds me of Hangover. So when we went there, there was people, a young girl, 20 some years old, traveled all the way from, what'd she travel from? Europe, I think. And she told the boss, she goes, hey, I'm going to be back in 6 months. I'm going to go travel. Boss was like, sounds good. See you in 6 months. Kid all by himself was becoming a doctor from Australia. Went to Thailand. We were on a liveaboard doing some diving. Man, that was great. We met all these people from China, North Korea, Australia, Europe. And here I am, 40 some years old, thinking, I really got this wrong. You know? Yeah. And then at the airport, we met these two girls that I forget where they're from. I don't know if they're from the US or not. Young girls, 20 some years old. Went to Thailand, didn't have a job, just went there and figured everything out once they got there. If that ain't faith, I don't know what to tell you. You know?
Yeah.
Else. I'd be a little sketchy going there myself. I mean,
a lot easier in your younger years, though. You're right. A lot easier when you're younger.
Yeah, and like I said,
risk, but
you know, no one.
Then again,
go ahead.
We can do it now. Think about what all we have learned I think I'm more prepared for something like that than I would have been when I was a young person. As far as surviving, think about what all we've had to do,
Well,
think of all the trades that we worked in, Jeff. Literally, I like being a Renaissance man. I like being able to do everything.
Yeah.
We're close to it.
yeah, all these things need to be taught in school. Why is it so hard for someone like me to run for governor, or anyone to run for office? A third grader should be able to figure this stuff out. But they don't want that. They don't want a common man to run. They want the elites to run. They don't want us running. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But that's what we got to do. We need to focus on something. And that way
to laugh.
we know what we're talking about.
No, for sure.
Because all that stuff, all that stuff's going to come out. We need to focus on how to get people out of office and learn about our rights. A lot of people don't know they were when they were born they're become a corporation. And why don't you think all these people are? You think all right? So this pandemic happened, and you see all the wrong that is being done. Nursing homes, things like that. Everyone in the world knows that's wrong, but yet no one's doing anything about it. Why? Probably because the cops are in bed with everyone else. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm for good cops that are doing their job and protecting people, which they're supposed to do. They're supposed to protect us. They're not supposed to protect the governor or whoever. They had an oath to the Constitution. I had an oath to the Constitution. Protect foreign and domestic terrorists. Well, in my opinion, all those people, if you've been going along with this and you haven't fixed it, then you're a domestic terrorism. You're a domestic terrorist. If you're a doctor and you're not doing the right thing, you're a terrorist. If you're a lawyer and you're not doing the right thing, which they never ever in history have been doing the right thing, they got to go. If you're a so-called judge, you got to go. You're corrupt. The whole system's corrupt. And guess what? If you're going along with it, you're corrupt too. Well, I didn't know. Well, you went along with it for 30 years. What do you mean you didn't know? You absolutely knew. You know, everyone in the world knows right from wrong. Everyone. And that's what we need to get back to is common law, not this bullcrap corporation law where everyone's legally bound. No, right from wrong. I don't hurt you, you don't hurt me. I don't kill you, you don't kill me. I don't steal from you, you don't steal from me. That's it. Perfect. What crime did I commit by not wearing a diaper or by speeding or whatever? There's no victim. It's this simple. It's really this simple. I am not a corporation. I do not consent. I do not want to go into contract with you. Period. So let's focus on that for now until we get different marching orders. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on our rights. Let's focus on our not being a corporation and standing up for ourselves. Once you stand up for yourself, you got to stand up for yourself before you can stand up for someone else. You got to stand up for yourself before you can stand up for someone else. That's a fact. Sometimes all it takes is one or two people to stand up in different areas of the world, and you're gonna start a mass movement. That's how it happens. Look at Vail, Arizona. Look at Humboldt, California. Look at Redding, California. A few other places that I can't think of off the top of my head, but are standing up. We're getting close. We just got to stand up. And that's all we had to do the whole time. Is stand up. That's it. It's game over. We've all known this forever. But you know what it is? People don't want to get uncomfortable. Well, you know, I really do need my job. I'm fat. I really like to eat.
You just touched on it. The job. That's how they control us.
Control you
The
by
job.
everything. Yeah. But you're right. You're a slave. I'm a slave. Guess where I got to go? I got to go to work so I can pay the people that are stealing from me. Now, isn't that insane?
Mm-hmm.
You go to work your whole life, and guess what? I've made 30 grand, and I made way over 100 before. Guess what? The more money I make, the more stuff I have. There's really no difference.
The more they take.
The more they could take, right?
That's it.
You know when I think me and the wife were the happiest is when I had nothing, and I had a trailer in Florida, little mobile home that was given to me. I was going through a divorce, and I was on the road. I was working. I was coming up here, and I was working up here, and then it was basically over between me and the ex. It was over. So I went. My truck broke down in wintertime. So I called her up, said, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" She's like, "Hey, don't you have any friends that can come pick you up?" I'm like, "It's 10:30 at night in Michigan in wintertime." Yeah, well, man, whatever, you know. So I'm like, "All right, cool, no problem." So from that point on, I went to. Let me back up. Before that, I was out in California working, and my son was in jail, so he'd come home, and he. I don't even know if I should be saying this really, but let's say I had a house or a trailer, and I come home and someone's living in there, and I'm like, well, what's going on here? You know, well, you know, we don't have no money and all that. So I said, you know what, stay here. You know, you can have it. And I think maybe next day or day after that, my little crappy truck broke down, and I said, "Oh, this was it." I went and rented a car at the airport because I wasn't far from the airport. I went and rented a car, went and got a few things I had in at the trailer that they were living in. They didn't have no money. They were young, you know. They didn't have nothing. So I said, "Just stay here. It's wintertime. You ain't got nowhere to go. I don't want to be here anyway. I'm going down to Florida." So I went down to Florida, got a trailer given to me, and didn't have a floor in it. Junk. They were getting ready to rip it out. What happened? And he said, "Hey, I'll give you this trailer, and I'll give you about 2.5 months lot rent if you just fix it up. Just promise to fix it up." Perfect. Because now I'm only I was only 4 years sober at that time. So I really didn't want to go back to drinking because I knew where that was going to lead me. So that took my mind off everything, and I fixed it up real nice, and kept my mind busy. And then I'd go to work, and I'd come home, sit at the beach, run out of money, go to work, make some money, come back. It's perfect. Didn't have any bills. You know, I could travel, you know. So that was nice. And now
Adapt and overcome.
I got a bunch of bills, and I almost have to go to work because I got a bunch of bills. So
Yep.
I don't know, but we need to figure out how not to be slaves. I'm working on that right now. I mentioned something to you a little while ago about it, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I don't want to go to work. I really don't. And maybe some of you on here get anxiety on Sunday nights because they got to go to work. You got to be separated from your family. You know, that's your body telling you something. You know,
You're right.
I mean,
You're
it
right.
really is. Why are you getting anxiety when you just got to go to work?
Should be excited. Should be excited.
Well, you shouldn't have to go to work.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, we got to do something. You know, man is judged by the sweat of his brow. So of course we're going to do something, but it best
Right.
be something you love. You know.
I
So
don't-
Jeff, we're going to let you go do extreme things. You can vacate, do whatever you want to do. We'll pull the line forward. We'll hold you, and that's a good thing. like you're talking, take 6 months off and go go do whatever you want. You know, you should be able to pick up and do that and not have to worry about, am I going to survive 2 weeks later? You know what I mean?
Well, we're a slave.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yeah. I don't want to remind you, but you got to go to work, Jeff. It's getting close to
Wow, I got off on a tangent there, didn't I?
yeah.
Oh my God. Well, thanks for reminding me.
Trying to kill us.
Oh, geez, oh, Pete. All right, guys. So look that that guy up on YouTube. This guy right here. Look him up. Four little, about 4.5 minute video. I put it in the comments.
It could be a G. It could be a Q.
You don't
Let's
know.
play. It's a game.
You know, you just don't know. But I think the Q goes the other way. I think, but I'm not sure.
It looks like a backwards 9. Or is it a 9? No, it's
you're
just a
looking at
9.
it backwards.
No, you just did a 9. That's all it was.
Oh, that's all right.
It's all right. So it's either Q, G, or 9.
Yeah, it'll pop up. It'll pop up. All
Hey.
right.
Q.
And then Scott McKay with Christopher James. Should be about 2 days old. Excellent video. So I'm gonna get off here. I love you all.
Love y'all.
See you
Thank y'all.
in the morning.
Love you, brother. Have a good night.
All right, man.
Text me if you need.
All right, love you. Same here.
Love you, bro.
All right, man.
Bye.